So welcome to another episode of One Bloke Gaming, and today I am playing Entropia Universe. And today's going to be I'm going to have a play around with something. So recently I've seen a couple of YouTube videos where a couple of Ubers have been talking about how easy it is to level up. And I was actually talking to one guy here on Toulon, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, just level up to 100. It's very easy. You'll get there in a couple of weeks. Just use 100% skill potions and things." So my initial reaction was, "Yeah, right. I've been playing for a year and a half, and my skill level is at like 41." But what do I know? This guy's been playing a lot longer. He clearly got there. So what I'm going to do is today, as you can see, I've gone in and I've bought 100% skill for 1 hour. And I'll just put a blank on there. Actually, I'll use the main. So I've got a 100% for 1 hour. I've also got just a 10% booster from here. So we're going to have 110 plus, if I can, I'm going to keep on my Ascension. And the Ascension gives me 10% on my laser weapon skills. So that's what I'm going to plan to do. I'm also going to eat these two just because it gives me a bit of extra reload speed. But we're going to hit all those, and we're going to give it an hour, and we're going to see how we do. I'm going to track in here. Let me just turn this on. Just give me a second. I'm not expecting too much from the returns today, actually. New session. Using the ISIS. I'll talk about my weapon setup and everything else as we go, but I'm going to start logging. And yeah, going to crack these and let's get going. Oh, you can't stack them. Interesting. All right, so I couldn't stack. It's a good first thing to know. And then off we go. I'm going to start killing. So the cat's a bit noisy in the background. I apologize for that in advance. But we are off. So what you're going to see, kite these a little bit because this armor is a little bit low level for these mobs, unfortunately. So I don't want to pull too many of them at one time. I do though have some low level FAPs, so it's not going to cost me much to actually heal back up, but it's just the time it takes to stop to do it. So yeah, what I'm using Entropia Tally, and in Entropia Tally it keeps a track of the skill gains you've got. So I'll have a look at that at the end, and we will go. Yes, this was an interest. I thought I'd do this just because, again, I've seen a couple of YouTube videos recently that just make it seem so easy that you're going to level up quickly. And my experience is if you're leveling up with something that you're not very high level on, yes, that's possible. But, to go from 1 to 40, for example, using the exponential curve that the skill gains are on, 1 to 30 or 1 to 40 is not that hard, but it's a lot harder to get from 40 to 50, and from 50 to 60. That's a lot of ped. Yeah, it's just a lot of ped. So I'm going to just test it, and we'll see how we get on. I'm going to try talking for a bit. I may end up just stopping talking and speeding up. Depends on how bored or how boring it becomes. Because, yeah, not too exciting. I'm just going to open that. Yeah, you can see I got some ped back earlier. I had to crack. Let's quickly. Oh dear. And again, it's probably not the best. What I'm probably going to do is when I get back to Cali, I'm going to try a similar experiment on the primordial longu, which I hunt a lot back home. Just because I know I can kill those relatively okay with this armor. So yeah, firstly, I was using I was hunting these Bari earlier, and I cycled about 1,000 ped and ended up with about 101% on the loot, which was really good. And then I was doing another run a little bit earlier. I only got through about 100 ped, but ended up about 120 on that. I got like 190 back on an 80 spend or something, which again was pretty good. So I'm not expecting particularly good loot returns today, just because I've been pretty lucky recently. But you never know. Maybe we hit a swirl. We shall see. At this rate, though, it may just make sense to throw on my. Yeah, this armor really isn't standing up, and I'm going to lose too much time healing. I may just throw my ghost back on. I mean, it's really a test of the 100% gain here more than it is, the extra 10% I get from the armor. Give it a little bit longer. How far are we in? 5 minutes. Yeah, I really, again, when I was looking at the maths on the, on the skill gain, it really gets very high. I mean, at lower levels, you're talking about 2,000 skill points for like 5 or 10 ped. But when you get up to like 5,000 skill level, you're talking closer to 1 ped for 1 full skill point. So it's pretty. The exponential curve is pretty brutal. So unless I am missing something significant, which maybe I am, and if I am, please feel free to put some comments, because I'm always looking to learn more. Because the professions, let me find the professions there. So professions are actually made up, and most people know this already, of course, but professions are made up of multiple skills, right? So laser sniper is made up of a whole range of different skills, including perception, hit rating. I don't know them all offhand, but so the key would be to level a lot of the. I think the key would be to level a lot of your lower skills that contribute to this to higher, faster. And that then means you've got a whole bunch that are contributing their amount to the profession, because obviously the profession is the one that's important on the gun, right? If I look at my ISIS here, you can see I need 16 points, which is not very many, and you can see I got 44 there. So a lot of the guns require 100. And I think when you get to that 100 mark, you can get a cheaper, higher level gun. If you want to get a good gun with good efficiency and good damage per pack, and a relatively low skill level, then you're looking very much at an incredibly expensive gun. I mean, this one was like 9,500 ped, sorry. So it was an investment. I mean, I've been using it for well over a year, but You can see now that I've kind of leveled past it, but the next one up is, you know, it's an additional 5 grand, gives me an extra 10 DPS, and the skill level on it is still only like 23 or something. It's not that much. So to get something that's really in my range, ooh, oh dear, this is going to hurt. To get something that's really in my range, I am actually going to... Nope, that one. Nope, I went down. That wasn't good. I am going to put my ghost on. Let me close all these windows. See if I can actually get up and actually heal. Hopefully it'll let me. Come on. Let me heal. Yeah, the ghost will deal with this. Ooh, even then that's going to be hard. Here we go. Let me finish this one off first. Yeah, I shouldn't have tried with the... these things just hit that little bit too hard. If they gang up for any reason, then you're in trouble. The ghost will handle it, but the ascension won't. Is what it is. At least we're back on track now. Yep, okay. Back on track. So yeah, where was I before I got swamped by these things? So actually, I'm just going to flip over my my attachments onto my armor. Again, one of the things I'd love to know for sure is the effect of these of the block when you're not fully when they're not fully charged. My feeling is, based on what I've seen, is that the block still works, whether or not they're actually repaired or not. There we go. Right, we should be back on track. What I've seen is the block seems to reduce the damage you take on incoming, or deflects it completely. So again, I'd love to get some feedback on what other people have seen and what they understand of what these things do, because I actually don't charge them. I just leave them at their lowest rate, and that seems to, as I said, I get a lot more deflections than I would when I'm not using them. So anecdotally, it seems good. So right, so anyway, back to where we were. You know, you're looking at these skills here, and yeah, probably should be concentrating more. So you can see this 44.1. I mean, it's just not going up. And you know, if I'm going to be spending an hour, if I'm going to be getting to 100 in 2 weeks, I need this to be going up probably in the hour half a point. Especially because, as I said, it's exponential. So I'm going to need, unless there's like a new skill that I unlock at some point, which is going to help me. Because I know on the animal looter, I'm trying to get to 30 for the butchering. I'm currently at like 28 point something. That was a nice one there, just to catch me back up a bit. So I'm trying to get to the 30 to get butchering, which will hopefully speed up my leveling again. Because again, the first 2,000 odd points of butchering will come really fast, and they will feed into animal looting and level that up much quicker than once you get to the higher levels. That's another one. It's another 4. That's quite nice. So yeah, now I'm not in the Ascension, so I've basically just got the 100%. I didn't need the speed, but I've got the 100%. The gun I'm using is my. Let me just move this over. Whoops. Oh, Gordon Bennett. Is the ISIS 32. Efficiency is pretty good with the amp that I've got. And the damage per peck is around 3.1. Usually I get around 3.1. I do have an Easter 22 ring, is it? The 5% one? Easter 22, yeah. So I have the 5% damage, the 5% crit rate ring on. And then I have a set of Ghost with Incision with block at 20%. I actually farmed the Incision myself. It was a project. Basically the first year of the game, I spent pretty extensively on Next Island, slowly working on those, buying the higher level items and grinding the lower ones. It was fun actually. It was good to have a project. Thought I'd get to that 20% and then call it for a bit. I do plan to go back and try and get at least the full set of 21. But to do that's probably going to cost me another 700-800 ped just for that extra 1% block. So again, it's that incremental. The higher the increment, the higher the cost. Well, that was a bit brutal. Let me just quickly get that. And go again. So yeah, apologies if you can hear noise in the background. I do have pets. They constantly run around. I need to get myself a more private studio, but at the moment that's not possible. Not with young bloke gaming taking up a lot of space in the house still. So got a few years before that'll work. And go again. Come on. How are we doing on time? So we're about 15 minutes in. It's been a bit of a shaky start, to be quite honest. Not the start I would have wanted. The skills seem to be clocking through reasonably quickly. That's the good thing. Yeah, so you'll see here like rifle skill, range damage assessment. All of these affect laser rifle skills, laser rifle damage and laser rifle hit. So if I go up to professions, this is what I was trying to say earlier when I was interrupted by by the guys chasing me down. So laser sniper hit and range laser damage, they all are made up from a lot of these skills like range damage assessment, serendipity, all kinds of different ones. So you basically oops. So you're trying to raise as many of them as quick as possible. But as you can see here, 10.8. I guess when I get to 11.5, I'm going to go to 46.1. So I got a long way to go. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So now I'm definitely in my ghost. I'm just going to come over here. There's a few more closely bunched, a slightly higher level here in this area here. So I'm going to take a couple of these on, and usually you pull them 2 at a time or 3 at a time, and it gets a little bit hairy. It should be fine. Should be fine now I'm in my ghost. Yeah, as I was expecting, the returns are not great tonight. As I said, the game's going to give you 95, 96% back no matter what, right? So if you have a couple of good days, you're going to have a couple of bad days. You can pretty much set your watch by it. I think we're all kind of used to that now. You know, if you're new to the game and you're hoping for the swirls and you think you're trying to get ahead and you're trying to make your money from, killing and getting really high. I mean, again, I'm sure some of these Ubers are getting good returns, just raw returns. Maybe they're getting up to 100 or something like that. But, with the really high level weapons, with the really expensive setups, that's a nice one, 12 ped. But, you're not making your money there. You're making your money in the market. You're making your money, other ways. In your skills. I mean, that's the other thing. It's like once you get to these higher levels, if I take 10 ped out of my, anatomy right now, I can sell that 10 ped for what, 80 ped, 90 ped, something like that. And to a new player, that's going to be, 2,000 points, or it's certainly a chunk. You'd be surprised at low levels, the curve is just massive. So, for example, when I'm looking at my account and I'm assessing the value of the account, I'm not even counting anything that's under 4,000 ped, honestly. Ooh, this could be bad. I've got 5 of them. Ooh, I'm going to stop and I'm going to heal. A couple of those in. One more. Throw that in. Go back to my gun. Start shooting again. Oh my word, I got another one. 6 might be too many again. I might be going down. So I'm going to focus on looting these when I've taken down. Oh, I picked up another one. Ay, ay, ay. Not another one, please. God, another one. Ooh, this is going to get ugly. I am going to heal again. Yeah, again, this is where it's not ideal. But again, if I'd have been in my ascension, I'd be dead. I'm just going to sit here, spin around a bit, try and block them, get them stacked so they can't all hit me. Well, that was a little bit hairy, but looks like we're going to get through it. Ay, ay, ay. Oh dear. We all have those moments, don't we? Oh, don't crit me. No crits, please. Alright. We made it. Oh dear. Oh, did we? Yeah, we made it. Let me just chuck one of these cheapos on. Let me just quickly blast myself back up. These only heal by like 8 to 10 per, but yeah, they're so cheap. It's just quickly level yourself up with them. My cat's come to visit. Alright. Yeah, well, that wasn't exactly what I was hoping for there. Again, I knew they were going to come in clumps, but I was not planning to pull quite that many. Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, we're kind of semi back to reality, so I'll maybe start talking again. Can't remember really where I was. These are all on the other side of that hill, so I'm probably have to skirt around the side of the hill so I don't pull them all. Oh dear. But it does mean I'm spending most of my time shooting, which is good, and less time running around. Yeah, so as you can see here, I'm up to like 3.15 damage per peck with this setup. I say it's pretty good. I'm quite happy with it. I've been looking at upgrading, trying to find the next step. I've been thinking maybe the Zora is that next step, but I've been doing my research on the Zora and it's not as efficient. The damage per peck is not quite so good. I just, I mean, the DPS itself, the raw DPS itself is better, but it just means, I can hunt bigger mobs, which fine, but the name of this game isn't necessarily the size of the mob that you kill. It's more the efficiency at which you kill it. I think the only real difference is when you start killing bigger mobs with a bigger gun, you're putting more ped in faster, I guess. Because I mean, these I'm killing with what, 10 shots, 10 to 12 shots, something like that. And that's the optimum. I've watched a few vids and I've talked to a couple of people, and the optimum is to be killing somewhere between 10 to 12 shots. If you're over 20, then it's way too much. And if you're killing too quickly, if you get the swirly, it's not going to be as big. So you're not going to be getting the interesting loot items. I think these guys are dropping these blades, which is kind of cool. I can actually use them and level up my melee as well. Yeah, and if you want the big armor drops, and again, you got to be the bigger mobs do drop the better items when you get to those higher levels. So I guess it's that trade of, are you hunting the ideal mobs? Are they giving you the returns you want? And that's always a big question. I've found a couple of mobs that I like to kill. Here, I'm finding these things are just the best return. Um, there is the Kafash or whatever they're called. they drop the tier 3s, and the tier 3s are always in demand. There's not a lot of mobs that drop them, and they're very much high value. But again, they don't drop them in great quantities, which just means you're getting. And actually, I found the returns in general on those have been much lower. So it doesn't matter if you're getting higher returns on the tier 3s if the rest of the loot's kind of not very good. You're still losing out. So you're probably better off just getting a better return in general. Like I said, these things they're probably giving me a good 90, 95, 96% overall since I've been here. Just as I said, the last couple of days have been pretty good returns. So spawn rate on these is actually pretty fast here, which is good. It means I don't have to run around too much. Where are we at? I might have to stop and heal in a sec. Where are we at? 72%. Yep. Not great. Maybe you guys get to see a swirl. You never know. Okay. So where are we at on the time? Are we halfway yet? We're just about halfway. I don't see how this. I mean, unless you're playing 24/7, I just don't see 24/7 and constantly have these buffs on. I don't see it. I don't know that you can do this. Not that fast. As I said, I've been playing this game nearly a year, and I've just not got close. I mean, have we seen any improvement really in the profession? Oh, I guess 12.1, maybe. So what are we at then? Where are we at? Still 44.1. Yeah. Well, that was a nice one. I'll take it. We're not moving much. 44.15 and 44.1. I see those two guys lumbering behind the trees. I'll just step back a bit. Oh dear. Hey, if we can live against 6, maybe we can probably take on most of these, but yeah, I prefer not to be playing super stressed like that. Oh dear. Alright. So yeah, we got Coolness has gone up by 9 points. Yeah, it's going up, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out in a sec, because I mean, I don't really want to stop and check it out because it's an external app, so it'll stop me shooting and stuff. But we'll see. Whoops. And here they come. In numbers again. Come on, bring it. "28 minutes to go." Yeah, I mean, thanks everybody if you're sticking with me through this. It's hope you're enjoying watching a bit of, I guess, low to mid-level hunting here. I think the 43 DPS with the enhancers probably taking it to about 60, 65. This is kind of showing you what you can do with a reasonably decent gun, enhanced, and a set of Ghost. I mean, it's definitely not an Uber setup. It's very much a average setup. On one thing, it's like, yeah, I've got this, this one which did cost a bit a bit of investment to start off with, but I also use these. I use these ULC 150 tacticals. They are from the daily missions on Cali. I did a whole bunch of daily missions before I came here, and the whole purpose really was to save up for these, just in case I sold the ISIS. And these ones, you can see here, these are at 35 to use. The next one up is 40, but costs 80 daily tokens per gun. Ooh, somebody spawned behind me there. Whoa, 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 where did you guys come from? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, get back in the corner. We got 4 again. Okay. I'm actually going to pop a heal. I really didn't want to be popping too many of these heals, unfortunately. Come on. Back to shooting. Yeah, I mean, every time you pop a heal, you ain't shooting, right? But I guess I'm also, because I'm not just using my armor, I'm also leveling up healing. But that's not the goal. The goal today is to try and get these skills up. But yeah, you can see these 35, but the DPS on this is about 63, so it can do decent damage, but it's 63 without any enhancers, so it's not burning through enhancers. I don't know what the DPP on it is. It's not. I think it's similar. I don't think it's too far away. And so you don't need to be investing huge amounts. You just gotta use your dailies. Use your dailies on Cali and hunt smart. The the key to this game is really just picking the right things to do. You can burn a lot of ped in this game, not really getting anywhere. The key is to have a plan. As I said, my plan was to get the incision plate, and so I spent a whole bunch of time getting the incision plate. And obviously there's a ped value if I can sell it. I'm not have it. Occasionally I advertise it, but I'm not selling it unless I can get a decent price because I'm using it. Same with the Ascension and same with the gun. It's like everybody keeps coming back and saying, "Oh yeah, you can. This is a good price, and you'll be able to do this and that and the other." But it's like, unless it's exactly what I want, it's not worth really selling because I'm using it. So, it's not really worth downgrading the gun just for the sake of the ped. Or just for the sake of swapping it for another gun. So we'll see. I'm not in a rush to sell. I may still just save up a bit and try and get myself the Zora to run alongside this and just compare the two. And then if the Zora turns out to be a decent gun, then I can look at selling this one at maybe a little bit of a discount. But until I can, this thing's done me so good. Again, I don't have the scientific evidence to prove it, but it just feels like it gives me good returns. It feels like it gives me, when I do get swirls, I get decent swirls. So yeah, not in a rush. So where are we at? Keeping killing. 23 minutes to go. I wasn't sure I could talk for an hour. Usually I sit and I watch some TV or watch some YouTube. I watch some videos on YouTube whilst I'm playing. But today I thought I'd just share this and see see if there's any interest in it. It's interesting actually because I was just looking at the videos I've put up so far, and obviously there's a few Entropia ones. There's one Valheim. There's a couple of Minecraft that I've done with my little one. But the one that's really got the most views, and it's not a lot of views, don't get me wrong, but the one that's got the most views is actually the summer box opening. And it's interesting because when I've watched, oh, this is gonna get, come on, come on. When I watch other games, like especially the gacha games, I play Raid Shadow Legends. I'm not gonna make any videos about it, but I play Raid Shadow Legends, and a lot of the videos that you see online are shard openings. So a lot of people like to watch these gachas, the gacha pools, right? The loot boxes, and I guess there's an interest in it. And again, I've just made one video, but out of all the videos that I've done, that's the one that's drawn the most attention. So I guess it's interesting. Maybe I'll do it again at some point. See, I really fancy the Halloween one. I wanna pull some Halloween boxes. Probably gonna be a little bit more active with the Halloween mayhem. I don't know. I got to get back to Cali for that, and so we'll see. But maybe get some Halloween loot boxes and do a box pull again. See if people still want to watch it after the last one, which was a bit of a disaster because the video went the video went off. Oh, that was real noob video making. But I mean, to be fair, this one probably is not a lot better. It's just me rambling whilst I'm killing a whole bunch of these Bari. Okay, so where are we at? 70, 80? Only 80% returns on the thing, but it's minus 60. I'm definitely still up on the last couple of days. At least up on the 95. So no complaints. You get one or two reasonable middling pulls. So it's a bit just scattered. At least here the rate that they come is a lot faster, so I don't have to worry about running around pulling like I was before. But they do hit harder. So they are hurting me a bit more. Sorry about that. Needed some water. Hopefully it wasn't a sip smack smack. Oh dear. We got some personalities that stream or video entropia. I'm not going to comment on any of them at this point. I might do some reactions at some point in the future. You never know. Again, I don't know which way or where we're going to go with this channel. I'm really hoping actually I can also do with the Valheim stuff. I'd love to visit different people's worlds and see the builds that they've made, and because obviously I'm proud of mine. I've got some really cool stuff that I've built. I mean, the first tour was only really scratching the surface. There's a lot more to my world than that, and I'd love to visit other people's worlds and see what they've done, and maybe keep a leaderboard of all the different places I've been to and the coolest builds. So, because I really like that game and the setting and the graphics on it, and it'll really stop you. You'll be running around, and all of a sudden you'll get to somewhere and you'll just trip over some view, and you'll be like, "Oh, I got to build a building here." And so you build yourself a little shack and stick yourself a portal up, and you probably only ever go back there once in your entire life. You forget that the portal's there. You forget where the portal's pointing at. Oh dear, I've done that so many times. But the view was amazing when I ran past it that one time. Anyway, coming back to Entropia, we are blitzing through. Not getting interrupted there. What do we got here? Okay. Minus 90, that's not great. Anybody who knows, it's just not great. But again, we're only over 300, so maybe it's setting me up for that swirl before we finish. Or I'll probably be just off camera. I've done a couple recently. It's like you finish recording and then shoot a couple of monsters and get your swirl. That's another thing I'd really like to. Yeah, obviously nobody really understands the full ins and outs. You'd have to spend a lot of time doing the analysis. But I'd like to understand how the swirls are calculated, and because you put all these ped in, you see this build-up of negative ped. Is that building you up to a swirl? Is there a point at which you get that swirl to keep you interested in the game? Is it based around the depositing? It's like, does the game give you a bonus to getting a swirl if you've just deposited or something like that, so that you feel good about depositing? I really don't know. I'd be super interested to hear other people if they're tracking the data, or just to see what drives, if there is anything that, or if it's literally just the DPP and the efficiency. Yeah, we're still hovering around that 3.15 DPP. We are 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes. I can also see a lot more Minecraft videos in my future. The little he's really, what's the word? Motivated with the YouTube channel. It's like every 5 minutes he wants to make a video. I guess we'll see how that pans out. We did 3 hours of streaming today. I mean, nobody came to the streams. It was kind of a weird time. Obviously, we're in Japan, so it's a weird time. But yeah, we did a couple of streams today for a total of about 3 hours, and it was more me, ranting at him. Ooh, got jumped from behind. Yeah, it was an interesting one. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend watching either of those streams, quite honest. The one of the games we played, Abiotic Factor, it's an interesting game. I'm still, obviously I think it's early access, but it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. We were running around, trying to get killed, and trying not to get killed by the creatures that have come through the portals. We actually got to the portal today. And we did, what was it, 2 hours of that and an hour of Minecraft. But Minecraft was pretty dull. He started a new world, and there was a portal to the Nether was right there, and for some reason he said we must have attacked the piglins. I didn't do it. There was this constant battle between us and them, and we just spent a lot of time dying and running back, quite honestly. Which, it was fun, don't get me wrong. I had a laugh, but not sure it's the best streaming content. Not sure it's the best thing for you guys to be watching and going, oh, this is fun, I'm learning something. Yeah. I'm not sure what there was to learn from that. Oh, there's a swirl. So what do we get? We got 63. Pulled me back up to 90%. That's cool. IL 927 and shrapnel 170 odd. Nice. Always nice to get a swirl. Makes that's taken us only to yeah, it's taken us to just under 90. That's good. I can live with that. I kind of felt, you get that feeling where it's like, oh, it's close, it's close, it's got to be soon, it's got to be soon. I need to get this guy out of the water so he doesn't die. Yeah, oh, it's cool. I got a swirl on camera. You guys got to experience it with me. I'll probably mention that in the thumbnail as well. Maybe maybe I'll take it. I'll do my thumbnail with the global swirl on it. I have to find it again and take a screening of it. I also sometimes find that the good luck comes in blocks, and then it goes back to just being relatively normal again. Ooh, we're gonna go. We're gonna have 3 again. Oh, it's not coming straight away. That's good. Come on. Whoops. Come on. I need to back away from these, don't I? Yep. Come on. Come on. Go down. Okay. I'm gonna heal now. Because if I pull another one, this could hurt. I didn't change very quickly. That was a bit of waste of healing there. That was not the best way it could be done. But I did want to make sure I was healed just in case that happened. But if I'd have just gunned him down, it'd probably been quicker. But you can see the speed that these skills are coming through. I guess that must mean we're making progress. Oh, I just don't think it's fast enough to get even close to. I mean, but what you're probably going to find is, if I was really doing this and I was really trying full on, you'd also want to you'd want to get a reload speed increase. You'd want to make sure that you've got all the best options on the rings. I was looking at the rings earlier, and there's the 20%, there's the 25%, was it Christmas 20 something, 22, 23. I was looking at that thinking, I got 3k, maybe I throw it into that. I started thinking about putting it into deeds before, because tomorrow's a payout. So I could get, what, on 100 you get, 3? That'll pay for the transaction of converting them to deeds, and if they go up a bit. So again, I think I'm going to keep it for the Zora. I'm going to save up. I'm going to have. I'm going to try and get myself to 5 and be ready to grab the next kind of like mid-tier Zora. I want to try something new. I've been, as I said, I've been using this gun for literally a year. Ooh, damn it! I didn't see him. I mean, I've been using this gun for like a year. I just want to try something else. Maybe with a little bit more DPS but I mean, quite frankly, I can't use the Zora yet because the Zora is 41, so I need 46 in laser damage so that I'm not wasting efficiency on the gun. So we just need to get leveled up. Where are we at now? 44.17. So we're at 0.16. 0.16 in what? Nearly an hour? Oh, I'm sorry. There's just no way. There's no way you get into that. There's no way you get to 100 in a couple of weeks, like a month. It's just not. Unless I'm doing something very, very wrong. And again, maybe I am. Maybe it's because I'm not stacking the reload speed. I'm not stacking this. I'm not stacking that. Maybe I'm missing out on a lot of opportunity to get additional gains. Again, if I am, if you trip over this video, Mr. Uber, tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'd love to know. I'd love to know if there's something I'm not doing that would just boost my leveling speed. Because I don't see how you do it. So I'm going to chuck one of these on and just quickly boost back up. Where are we at? 6 minutes. Whoops. As you can see, these, you burn through these pretty quick, but I guess I'm getting some first aid skill as I'm doing it. Right, here we go. Back to it. Markemanship. Innovator's gone up by a bit. Paramedic and first aid still going up. Oh, I'm getting another level. I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, you're burning through these ranks. I haven't popped them today, but I think that's at least one level in balm it, and I'm going to get a couple of ped in something. I guess that's where I need to be dropping all of it into weapon skills. Currently I'm dropping it into looter skills, but maybe it'd be better to drop it into weapon skills. Get me into a better weapon faster. In fact, maybe that's what I do. Come on. Is the one? Huh, okay. There. So currently sat at 84. Again, not the best, but as I said, I wasn't expecting a great run because I've had a lot of luck recently, and we did get the swirl as well. So I mean that's compensated for a lot of the downside. That could have been a lot worse, to be honest. If we hadn't had the swirly, it would have been a lot worse. So we are down to the last 4 minutes. Ooh, come on. Ooh. Man, is my armor taking a beating? That's another 10 ped, I'll take that. Just helps build it back up. So actually the thing I didn't do earlier was I didn't repair my my ghost. I repaired my ascension, but I didn't repair my ghost. Should probably have done that before this. Where are we at with it? What is it? 68 or 74. Yeah, we're probably not as effective as it could be. Yeah, we're down a point. Ooh. Yeah. I'm just going to pop that and get it over with. So we're nearly there. Thank you very much if you've been sticking around during this video. We're going to take a look in a second at the final report. We can see what skills we've added exactly. And what I will do is I'll pull the data actually and jot it down in the video information. So this will probably be one of a series because I want to compare. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh dear, that was not a good pull to finish off with. I guess it'll take up the last 6 minutes. Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to make sure. I actually bought 10 skill juices. So what I want to do is I want to do this. I'm going to do another one. I'm not going to make you watch the whole thing, but I'm going to do another one which compares it to maybe a lower level mob or something like that. Or maybe just do it again. Do the whole thing again just to compare it. Oh, typical. Get the temporary skill boost just before it finishes. Thanks. But yeah, maybe just give it a run with another run with these guys, just to see if you get the same result. And then I'm going to go back. Ooh, that was a hit. Chuck another heal on that. 2, stack it. Yep. Now that's, whoops. Come on, come on, come on. What are you doing? That was not a good series of movements there. For some reason, it dropped the. That was pretty awful. Don't watch that. That was a machine. That was me hitting the wrong button, and then actually dropping the charge. But before I saw the results of the charge, I switched to my heals. Yeah, definitely not a good sequence of events right there. To finish off this session with. Ugh. But I'm teaching you how not to do it, right? That's part of the thing. So we're done. 16 seconds. I'm not gonna. That batch are all invisible to me right now, so I'm gonna pull them all if I go up there. And I am quite honestly a little bit tired, so I'll go on. This might be the last one. Yeah. Alright, I am going to call it there. The skill juice is used. I am going to teleport back upstairs, and whilst we're waiting for the teleport to power, I will show you the results. So yeah, using the Entropia tally, you can see we had 143 laser weaponry gains for 10 points, Serendipity 10 points, Coolness 26 points. But the other thing you'll notice is the starting point is completely different, right? So for Serendipity's general, you're looking at 3,299 points. And for Coolness, you're looking at 2,000 points. So Serendipity and Coolness, you're getting these on much fewer gains. Laser weaponry, because I'm using it, and that's the primary thing in the range damage assessment, 10 and 8. But the starting point is completely different. If I go to combat and go to ranged laser, so range damage assessment starting at 4.8, and what was the other one? Laser weaponry technology is actually in construction. Laser weaponry technology is already 6.2, you see. So the gains, you get more of them, but the value, I mean, the pad value is probably just the same. It's just the skill rating is much lower because you're in a higher level of that skill. But as you see, there's a lot added in there. What I'm going to do, I've got my surveying, prospecting, and geology for that bad pull at the end. I will add all of these up, and I will put this number in the in the notes section. But quite honestly, I don't see how, if I'm getting 10 points, if I'm only getting 10 points, you know, that's not gonna get me to 100. It's just not gonna get me to 100. Not fast. I would have expected this to be closer to 20 or 25 if I'm really going to get there. But I'll do the same thing with no skill juice, so you can see what happens, what kind of gains we get with 0 skill juice. And then what I'll do is I'll probably do the same thing when I get to Cali on a different mob, with no skill juice and skill juice. And we'll see what it looks like. Again, I probably won't make you sit through it. I'll probably just do a summary video, quick one, just talking through what I found and what could be seen. So yeah, this is the first one. You can see these are the returns. Just to show off the loot, we did get a global. Yay! You got to see the global. That was cool. We burned a couple of enhancers there. We got a little bit of gains on our ghost. That's never a bad thing, I guess. It doesn't mean it's getting hit though, unfortunately. So yeah, there we are. That's the first one. In a total of 90%. Again, I'm not gonna bitch at 90. I got 100. I think it was 100 on like 5k or something. So I'll take it. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way through to the end, I mean, more power to you. I'm surprised you'd do it, but thanks again for staying with me. This is Old Bloke Gaming signing off. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.